Hello and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 3. Today we are, well, I was gonna say continuing, but we are not continuing anything. We are starting a new Let's Play. Today we're playing as the Canadians, so this is gonna be quite cool. Canada should not be compared to America, or well, USA, and or the UK at this time. It is one of the weaker within bunny ears, or whatever it's called, powers at the time. You know, clearly they did help a lot during the war, and you never know what would have happened if they weren't involved. They did some, you know, the raid at Dieppe, I think, was pretty horrible, but they also did a lot of good things. I can't remember any particular battles that they excelled in, but in World War I, for example, they did some extremely good things. So do not underestimate a smaller power. For once, they're quite big for a smaller power, in size, that is. But size does not matter. I mean, look at that. Sweden's larger than that, isn't it? Huh? Huh? So, yeah. Canada, it's gonna be good. My Italian Let's Play wasn't the best one. It was my first one. First Let's Play of the game. I've played the game a couple of times before. I'm not a very good player. I'm an average player. I know how to do things back and forth, but I shouldn't be taken for a very experienced one. But a lot of you enjoyed the Let's Play, which is the main objective. And well, if I did so, then good. So here we are with Canada. We're gonna go through everything. Theaters. We've got the Vancouver HQ. Abestus front towards USA. UK. USA. We won't be having to look at any of these front planning measures, since we're not going to go to war with the UK nor the Americans, even though it's probably possible as we haven't entered the Allies yet. We will, though, in time. Don't worry about that. Let's take a look at politics. Social conservatism, open society, volunteer army, full civilian economy, massive education investment, consumer product orientation, free press, and basic training. That is going to have to change. We're unmobilized, which is good. Parti National Social Chrétien. Is that some sort of French stuff? Canadian Union of Fascists. We're currently mostly conservative. Cooperative Commonwealth Federation, Independent Labour Party, Workers' Party of Canada, Communist Party. Right, we don't want to go too far. We should stay in the center. Technology, 7.80. That's pretty good, or 7.8. Industry, construction engineering. Put everything up in there to begin with. The risk can stay pretty low. Wait a minute. The neutrality sure goes down for some reason. Put that at the bottom. We'll begin with some of the industrial things, and then we'll go to the infantry, armor, and theory, etc., etc. But yeah, we'll begin researching this. And then I want the research efficiency, which is good. I also want the infantry warfare. I want the transportation organization. I do not want the civil defense just yet. I want the mountain infantry and night fighting equipment. Snooper scope MKI or 1. Inefficient research. Oh yeah, night fighting equipment is 8 years ahead in research, so fuck that. National decisions, prepare for war, not yet. I see wasted, yeah. So let's put this on, well, what could we do with this? Not quite sure that we need anything as for this very moment, do we? Let's look at the military and what we have. I did take a quick look in the last Italian video though. Vancouver HQ, 1st Canadian Division. Transport fleet, fairly large one actually. Empress of Australia, Britain, Canada, Russia, Asia. Royal Canadian Navy, 1 destroyer. I think we're going to have to do a little better than that. Diplomacy, production. Oh yeah, by the way, while I'm here, might as well drift towards the Allies, so align myself. Go to the production tab, and see how many 3 of them. So that makes this one, when mobilized, at about 9,000. 1st Canadian. I'd reckon we'd need a couple of more, don't we? Skip myself the 5th template. Great. Can I rename it? Alright. Can I rename it? No. 5th template. That's our infantry. As reserves. Manpower cost is pretty low. We've got 149. I'll reckon if we get ourselves so that we have at least 1 core, and we'll shove in 4. Or is that in the army? How many of these can I put into a core? I think I'll go with another 3, so we have 4 in total to be just safe. 114 days. Well, why the hell not? Put the production up a bit. More efficient laws can be enacted. Specialist training. Well, I can't really, can I? We cannot afford the associated costs. So let's just play and see where we end up. And put it at 4. We do need a bit more officers, don't we? Recruiting 0.0 new officers. Need to put this at a 2-year draft, I believe. Chief of Staff, Ernest Ashton. Attack reinforced chance, 10%. That is pretty good, I guess. Henry Career isn't bad either. I mean, yeah. Mackenzie King. Free press plus 29%, 0.0 in the descent. Let's go to the intelligence. 111 like that. That'll do fine. Not spending too much efforts on the other part of it. Let's drag this shit down to 70.5. Let's put the rest on offices. Oops. 0.8. 1.8 offices every day. So sooner or later we'll have what we need. Good. After all, it's 1936. We don't have to be overdoing it. I'm gonna combine the Royal Canadian Transport Fleet and the Canadian Navy to become the trade offer for the Americans. Wait a second. What do they want? Fuel, which we have, for money, which we need. Go ahead. The rest of it though, automated. I couldn't be arsed to look at all the trade agreements all the time. So yeah, we merged these together. We got Nels here. He's the only needs a little rank up, doesn't he? Who's Murray? And what's he under command of? Rear Admiral. Put him on the Vice Admiral, and I'll demote Murray. There you go. Jones. I know Canadian name Jones. This is the Canadian, Royal Canadian Fleet as it's combined. Building a couple of destroyers wouldn't be bad either. It'd take a couple of days. The IC, we can pay for it. Manpower, we can take that too. Let's get some more destroyers, shall we? Actually, we could not take that, never mind. Fine. that'll do just fine. Money's going up. We're not wasting any IC. Can now get specialist training. I'll get that. The unit recruitment time is going to go up. So this was delayed a bit. I believe it said July before, but this is better nonetheless. Yeah, the upgrades should be distributed. The reinforcements and supplies should be fairly low, as we're not even in need of it. And this will be done nicely. Doing some trading here with Mexico. These are automatically created. I seem to mess up when it comes to convoys. Available 16. We've got 2 convoys protecting, or well, 2 escorts protecting them both. I believe that over there is the... they auto-manage it. Well, perhaps it's convoys that don't need escort. Spanish Civil War just broke out. I don't need a decrease in money, so I'll let the army handle it. Canadian army, go to it. So, the Civil War, I say. We can only hope for a Republican victory. It has happened before. It might happen again. You never know. What's the monthly gain? 1.2. That's pretty good. We've got enough officers now. But we're going to need a bit more now that we're going to deploy some more divisions here. 1st Canadian Division. You're going to have to create the 1st Corps, which are going to have all these yummy little divisions in them, aren't they? Fine. I have to do a little renaming here while we're at it. 1st Canadian Division. See, there's a bit of a problem here, isn't it? So 1 unity ruling part in sport minus 4. There's 50% chance. 5 organization, they can always regain that, can't they? Fine. We need 1,400 officers. We have 540. We're getting 1.5 every day. We're not going to wait for 1,000 days. So, technology. That'll be good. And the rest takes the officers. And let's see here. 1st Canadian. We need to add infantry to this. Infantry. Div. And we have another one here. This is just going to be the 4th. Good. Sorted, isn't it? So, we have a total of 9,285 troops, and when mobilized and turned into proper troops, well, that is something you wouldn't want to necessarily mess with too much. So that'll be good. Not necessarily poking around with it, if you know. Destroyers are being produced as well. I'm just gearing up for the... I was about to pull on a big swear word there. Quite unnecessary. For the fight. So, there's not much else to do, really. This is Vancouver HQ. Got no leader. Well, it needs a leader, doesn't it? It doesn't really need... Right. Major General Fondale. Doesn't really need any trait for this specific guy, as he's just going to be sitting in that HQ, isn't he? White. Use. Field Marshal use. Yes. Vancouver HQ. Why is he sat in North Bay? He should be sat in Montreal. Where's our capital? I think we... Should it be Montreal? Or is it Ottawa? Toronto. We haven't really got many major cities, have we? We've got like 2 of them. And the rest is just nothing. We've got airfield and an area cannon down there, 1 industrial capacity. Got the same here. Oh! Vancouver, of course. Vancouver HQ. Vancouver HQ. Victoria. That is a fucking massive section right there. Let's continue. 4 divisions. I swear we could deploy 5. It's worth a shot, isn't it? So we'll deploy another one. Boom. 6th Canadian Infantry Division. What happens to the 5th one? Okay. Fine. Vancouver HQ, that's really cute, but Montreal HQ suits you more. Or in fact, putting a cheeky Royal Canadian Army HQ. Aha! Getting way more officers now, so we'll be just in shape for the war itself. Of course, I as a player know that this is gonna occur. We can now start producing that industrial capacity, baby. We'll begin with 2. Actually, we'll begin with 1. They cost awfully a lot to produce. Fine. That's better than nothing, is it not? This will be done soon. I think I'm gonna go to 1937, and then I'll do like maximum a year each episode. Do note though that this game continues after World War II and it goes pretty far up. So supply production is 2 years ahead in industry. Supply production, you say? Move it down to the bottom. It feels like I'm just playing the game way more efficiently now than I used to, or than I did before. It just, yeah, really gives me that feeling. This is good. Specialist training, minus 2.6, 3.28. Finally, the officers going up now. Got almost 800 officers covering the 21 brigades. The games are concluded. The Olympiad in efficient research. We're a couple ahead, or years ahead of in some of these, but why not be ahead in something, right? That could be one of our strengths. Naval base to start support. The one in St. John is obviously larger than one in Halifax. Just gonna rebase. Boom. 3rd of September. This will be done just before the end of the year, and this will be done. Oh wow, this is gonna take its time, isn't it? Whew. Production time on industrial capacity is really time consuming, but